When it comes to boxing, it is forever considered a puzzle. Boxing is just like a puzzle. But when you begin to fit the proper pieces together, you get something complete. And it can be very completely entertaining. That's why when you take a champion like Clarissa T-Rex Shields, the GOAT, who is seeking out challenge after challenge to make her legacy in the sport of boxing, Shields understands this, which is why she's issuing a challenge to unified champion Natasha Jonas for an opportunity for them to build on legacy together. Let's talk about Shields and Natasha Jonas and the fact that these two fighters can come together for something special in the sport of boxing. It's up to Jonas whether or not she'll accept. But I look forward to what the response will be. Let's talk about it further. Coming together for legacy in the sport of boxing is a little bit rare these days. Champions are just not doing what they should be, what is reminiscent of times gone by, times of old. But when you talk about someone who seeks greatness, Clarissa Shields is of that ilk. And as the GOAT is continuing on her journey in the sport of boxing, she's seeking out challenges, the type of challenges that can make a difference in her personal career and to entertain the fans and to rake in the revenue that comes along with this. Other fighters need to take note. It's being reported that Shields has issued a challenge, an offer to Natasha Jonas, and Jonas is looking to be heard from whether or not she'll accept. This would be a great opportunity for Shields, who was once a champion at 154 and at 168, looking to once again get in the ring with a world champion fighter. Yes, this is what boxing is all about. And when you have a fighter like Shields who wants to put the gauntlet down, to test herself against the various fighters out there who have something to offer. Legacy. Will Jonas accept? We'll have to wait and see. But I'll tell you something. When you look into their careers, you notice something in particular. And for Jonas, who is a fighter that is now 38 years old, time may be running out, and she may want to consider the offer that Shields has put down for her. And with her current record of 13-2 with 1 draw and 8 KOs. This might be a great way for Jonas to grasp that opportunity and a chance at lightning at a later stage of her career. Jonas, who most recent victory was over Marie-Eve Decaire in November of 2022, where she defended her WBC and WBO title against Decaire's IBF, and she became unified champion. Great 10-round fight that saw her winning the majority of the rounds, and she had a unanimous decision. But when you look back into the setbacks of Jonas's career, her 2 losses do stand out. The original loss, which came in August of 2018 against Vivian Obanoff, it saw Jonas down twice in the 3rd round and once in the 4th before her corner intervened and threw in the towel to stop it. It's the only TKO loss that she has on her record, and she did come back in March of 2019 and started a string of victories that ended with her defeating Terry Harper in August of 2020. She got a split decision draw there. But what was very interesting was the fact that when you see a fighter like Jonas, she was trying her best. And she had an outstanding amateur career as well. She tried her wares against Katie Taylor in May of 2021, and she lost a unanimous decision against Taylor for those undisputed titles that Taylor seems to have a death grip on. But leave it to Jonas to come back after that and again put on a succession of victories, ending with that most recent fight of last year against Decaire. This is why Clarissa is looking at Jonas, because she is a championship fighter. She has been tested. Her mettle has proven to be true. So Shields, who would enter this bout with her own record of 13-0 with 2 KOs, and now is undisputed for an unprecedented 3rd time in 3 different weight classes. She seeks out the challenges that a real champion should do. And you have to respect someone who comes like that, because this is what's entertaining, this is what's fortifying, and this is what's gratifying in the sport of boxing. Shields' October win over nemesis Savannah Marshall laid to rest any of the questions regarding whether or not who was the better, seeing that Marshall had built her entire professional career based around the fact that she defeated Shields in the amateurs, giving Shields her only amateur loss. That's all fine, but Marshall didn't accomplish anything else. And Shields won every single round in Marshall's backyard, proving that the Olympic debacle, which Marshall never even faced Clarissa for gold or anything, was a fraud. Shields, prior to the fight against Savannah Marshall, had faced Emma Kozin in February of 2022, also in Marshall's backyard, for, at that time, her unified titles of IBF, WBA, and WBC. Though it ended up being a 10-round unanimous decision, Shields won every single round and was battering Cozen to the degree that even Shields remarked that her corner should have stopped that fight. But they didn't want to cave in and give Shields the pleasure of having a knockout in the UK. And Cozen suffered as a result of it. Something that was terribly wrong because the woman was outclassed and overmatched, and it could clearly be seen after the first round. But seated in the audience was Marshall, who had the upcoming fight. And Shields sent a message to Marshall that she was there to defend her titles, come what may. So it began. And when she finally did face Marshall, after delays, she proved who was the better champion. Now, the article that released this information that Shields' people have sought to make an offer out with Natasha Jonas was published earlier today. And it stated that Shields is reportedly awaiting a response from Jonas's team to see if the deal can be struck. It says, Clarissa Shields made her dreams come true after becoming undisputed champion in her last outing. But she's not looking to pack it up just yet. Instead, she has her eyes on a fight against Natasha Jonas in a fight that would be a pretty big event in the UK. Shields' promoter, Dimitri Salidas, says that their team is all in on that fight and are currently awaiting a response from Jonas's team to see if they can start putting everything together. We love the fight, Salidas told Sky Sports. The ball is in Natasha's court, and I know she's talked about wanting to fight Clarissa, but has not stepped up to the plate to accept it after receiving an offer. This is the thing about that. It'll probably be the most lucrative fight that Jonas would have in her career. And being that Jonas, as I stated earlier, is 38, and Shields is a fighter that's prime and ready at the age of 27, Shields has time. Jonas does not. The opportunity to make the dollars, which is one of the reasons that you're in this, is very important. So Jonas would do well to really consider the offer and see if she really wants to challenge herself for that lucrative legacy mantle that escapes a lot of present-day fighters. My bet is at the end of the day, a deal may be reached and the two can come together. It would be a great opportunity for both and another shot in the arm for the sport of boxing. We see so much with the sport of boxing that a lot of times the sport really doesn't deliver, but this would be a great opportunity to see these women come together doing what they do best. I'm an advocate of competitive matches. I want to see fighters do the best that they can. And though Shields has established a line of separation between she and her contemporaries, it is still great to see her looking to challenge and be challenged by her contemporaries. She's not resting on her laurels one iota, and that's to be respected. But I'll tell you, as long as someone like Shields can lead the way, boxing is in a good place. And I would love to see if Jonas comes on out and accepts that challenge and get that lucrative payday You're not going to get it anywhere else. And you probably won't even have to leave your home country to get it. How about that? But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about this fight and the possibilities. I think it would be great. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.